Today I am going to talk about the strategic evaluation and financial performance and to review as the end result of Lanka Aluminium Industries PLC, which has been listed under Colombo Stock Exchange. The entire presentation is based on the annual report for the financial year ended 31st March 2025. During the next 15 minutes, I will reveal how this pioneering entity in Sri Lankan aluminium industry has negotiated macroeconomic dynamics, strengthened its domestic abilities and resources, and organized its internal capabilities to achieve and secure sustainable long-term competitive advantage and value thereon. The real sense of the words, Lanka Aluminium is not just an aluminium fabricator, it is an architectural foundation and a role model in Sri Lankan strategic operating system. Going forward, we will critically analyze the strategic alignments of vision, mission, competitive positioning, dynamic external market conditions, the operational structures, and financial outcomes. Indeed, it really defines a successful corporate journey. The key success factor is the strategic direction and foundation. Well-defined strategic alignment with corporate objectives is the cornerstone of any resilient and sustaining enterprise. Here it is about evaluating how Lanka Aluminium PLC's corporate foundational elements, that are the vision, mission and core values, function as its compass. Parallel to the domestic market adjustments and volatile and highly vulnerable global supply chains, a business corporation should stand on stable values. Now we are trying to describe how Lanka Aluminium has updated and aligned its corporate trajectory to strongly face changing and challenging industrial ecosystem. Moving on to the slide 3, we try to analyze and discuss core mission and execution of values. The vision is absolutely clear here: to pursue absolute manufacturing excellence and create an enduring, sustainable difference in building materials and industrial sector across South Asia. In order to achieve this, Lanka Aluminium PLC, hereinafter called the company, mainly rely on three strategic pillars. First pillar is the resilience. It has been proven that the company has the ability to adapt quickly to changing import restrictions locally and globally, and also global commodity spikes. Reliability is the second pillar. The company's commitment to deliver consistent architectural extrusion profiles that strictly comply with international STM standards. And third one is responsibility, integrating domestic manufacturing and green processes to minimize company's structural impact. These organizational internal values guide its operation daily and indeed from the floor level to its corporate sales officers. Let's move on to slide 4. Here we outline the horizon plan that defines company's navigation plan. In other terms, the current direction. Lanka Aluminium's corporate strategy can be split into three actionable initiatives. First one is capacity leadership. The PLC has been actively upgrading its extrusion facilities with latest machinery with state-of-the-art technology to capture market share left by importers due to high import cost. The second initiative is portfolio synergy. By coordinating, in other terms, by adapting backward and forward integrations with specialized subsidiaries like Castalloys and Comac Lanka, the company provides a comprehensive ecosystem starting from design to product distribution. The third is regional export focus. Lanka Aluminium PLC has been targeting regional export market in East Africa and South Asia. The core objective of that is to build stable and sustainable USD denominated revenue, which can be provided natural hedge or shield against currency fluctuations and domestic inflation. Now we are stepping on to section 2, in which we are talking about environmental and resource evaluation. Crafting and formulating strategy needs an objective assessment of both internal strengths and external dynamics. Here we try to analyze the macro and micro environmental trends which have different impact and direct impact on Lanka Aluminium PLC. Let's have a close look at how the company utilizes its assets, how does it mitigate risk and transform industry challenges into opportunities and clear sustainable competitive advantage. Referring to the slide shown here with the external factors using PESTEL framework is critically analyzed. Political and legal elements are major concerns for any industry. Import restrictions imposed by the government and periodical updates to national building codes have always been unending challenges while increasingly demanding for solutions for them. Economically, the company continues to tolerate or rather absorb currency fluctuations, high cost of capital. The company response mainly focuses on hedging the inventory buys, redefining and refining its operational cost structures. As far as sociological aspects are concerned, modern architecture appeals for high performance, long-lasting and energy-efficient building materials. Lanka Aluminium has strategically responded by introducing advanced thermal brake systems. Finally, Lanka Aluminium PLC continues to invest in computer-controlled, state-of-the-art advanced extrusion systems and developing a lab equipped with modern tools to maintain its technical edge. Internal strengths and weaknesses. In other terms, the vulnerabilities of Lanka Aluminium PLC is discussed in this slide. The company has developed a brand equity and pioneering market position through a trusted operation over decades, and that can easily be considered as the greatest strength. In addition to that, the company benefits from our comprehensive value chain integrations covering architectural design, die making and extrusion, aluminum anodizing, and customized fabrication. Sri Lanka doesn't have natural aluminum sources. Therefore, relying on imported primary aluminum billets has become the main vulnerability, and it exposes companies' raw material cost to price fluctuations of London Metal Exchange. In addition to that, companies' performance remains highly connected with the scale of construction industry and real estate sectors in Sri Lanka. Having identified these factors have given adequate insights to strategically respond SWOT dynamics. Here it is time to discuss the competitive strategy and operations. In a highly competitive market, operational efficiency should be coincided with defined competitive positioning. Herewith we try to review Lanka Aluminium PLC's competitive positioning, strategic timing, and the scope of its diversified operations as it protects and expands its competitive position and market share. Here is the outlining of main competitive strategies. Lanka Aluminium PLC has been focusing on product differentiation, market penetration, and designing customized product profiles and highly durable powder-coated products that are difficult for competitors or the new latecomers to imitate or copy. This process is highly complemented with highly efficient use of resources, optimized metal recovery rates, and scrap recycling process, which lead to manage raw material cost even when commodity prices rise in global markets. Lastly, having cultivated strong relationship with domestic major developers and contractors, a consistent demand through broader construction sector has been secured. Here you can see the strategic timeline and transition steps. From 2022 to 2022, resilience was the primary focus of Lanka Aluminium PLC. The company has managed to establish a strong supply chain by adapting import controls and raw material availability through structured credit and also by preserving supplies. During 23-24, the company invested in upgraded extrusion lines with state-of-the-art technology, which led to shifting to modernization, which increased the efficiency and minimized the scrap as waste. Integration was the focus during 24 and 25. Lanka Aluminium PLC strengthened downstream subsidiary relationship in order to improve its market reach. Looking ahead, company's direction concentrated on expansion target key regional export markets while diversifying its structural product portfolio. Here we discuss about the corporate diversification. It is not Lanka Aluminium is just selling new extrusion. Instead, it has moved beyond that and operating as a diversified product provider. There are two subsidiaries. One is Castelloys Private Limited and provides specialized metal casting, and the other one is Comac Lanka Private Limited, which handles trade, distribution and accessories. This diversification provides comprehensive architectural facade system. By managing these backward and forward segments, Lanka Aluminium PLC ensures downstream profit margins and provide a total aluminium solution experience for all its clients. We are now moving into section 4, making the organizational infrastructure enabled. Whatever the strategy crafted and adapted, it should be aligned with the culture and it should be supported by the organization culture as well. In this dialogue, we analyze companies' human resources, corporate governance policies, and leadership frameworks, showing how these vital elements align to support Lanka Aluminium PLC's long-term corporate goals. Lanka Aluminium PLC's strategy on human capital and how it is going to be utilized. The company has established a flexible business unit structure that interconnects purchases, manufacturing, sales and marketing, and design teams directly with changing customer needs. In order to support this practice, Lanka Aluminium PLC has been continuously investing in staff training, upskilling its engineers and plant operators in latest technology and tooling and precision fabrication. Safety is the first during manufacturing process, and therefore the company keeps a strong focus on industrial safety, implementing SOPs, machine guard protocols and regular safety demonstration, and drills to work towards achieving a zero harm workplace. Corporate culture and governance framework of Lanka Aluminium PLC is going to be discussed here. Board of Directors of the company operates with strict oversight, maintaining active compliance audits, and especially the related party transaction committee in full compliance with Colombo Stock Exchange listing rules. The PLC believes that a robust governance practice builds stakeholder trust. This is further supported by its ethical corporate culture that is governed by a transparent code of conduct. Lanka Aluminium PLC runs employee recognition programs which are basically merit-based and that rewards cost-saving ideas and waste reduction. And the inclusion culture encourages team to take ownership of operational efficiency. Here we are going to look at the basic financial figures. End of the financial year 31st March 2025, the group revenue has reached to 3.4 billion. It was 3.3 billion in previous year. There is a less than 5% increase from last year to this year. This growth has been driven by consistent demand and also the domestic market promotions by the sales staff using their sales and marketing strategies. However, the profit after tax has slightly declined. It was 0.265 billion in accounting year 24 and reduced to 0.252 billion rupees in 25. This was a bit of an unavoidable situation where the input cost of import on billet prices have gone up along with general administrative expenses. Even though there has been a slight margin pressure, the company's balance sheet remains resilient, and the board has declared a first and final dividend of ₹1.50 per share, demonstrating its ultimate commitment to shareholders' value. The share price of the share market has also increased from ₹18.50 during 22 to ₹50 by 2026, which is a clear indication of corporate valuation or increased shareholders' value. At the conclusion, it can be clearly stated that Lanka Aluminium Industries PLC remains well established and well positioned to negotiate the dynamic market condition and navigate the road ahead. The strategic path is clear and well defined. The company will continue to focus on operational efficiency and resilience, product differentiation, market penetration and differentiation, and also expanding its regional footprint. As the company is maintaining strong governance and value policies, managing its resources carefully, it is ready to deliver long-term value for for the stakeholders. Here are some financial figures. The gross profit ratio declined from 31% during 2021 to 24.39 in 24-25, including this pressure on gross margin due to higher raw material costs, pricing competition, or changes in product mix. And the other thing is net profit ratio improved from 8.35% from 2023 to 10.44% in 24-25. All this despite lower gross margins, suggesting better operational cost management, improved finance income or expenses, or the tax efficiencies capitalized. This slide clearly shows the financial improvements after implementing all these strategies by Lanka Aluminium PLC. You can see that return on all the assets, return on capital invested, return on equity, and earning per shares and current ratios. All these vital figures and the indicators showing positive impact or the improvements from 23-24 to 24-25. And this is the end result, the ultimate result, the share prices, the shareholders value. It was 18 rupees 50 cents during 2022, and it has increased up to 50 rupees per share by 2026. This is a clear indication that the share prices and the value of the shares is increasing gradually, and the management of the Lanka Aluminium PLC is doing their best to grow shareholders value year by year. Thank you very much.